Josol.
Thanks. I was in the States last week, and I was doing a show for the Vietnam War vets, and my manager tells me to wear a full army outfit to support their cause. That's not the smart thing to wear when you're Asian. And you're playing for a bunch of fucking Vietnam War vets. Some guy yelled out, "He's still alive!" It was the scariest show I've done. You know that joke? See that? So many versions of handshakes now, you gotta guess which one's coming. You get the fist bump, hey, what's up? Normal handshake, hey, how you doing? Sometimes you don't know what's coming up, right? Then you end up doing this, you're like, what the fuck? Why is your hand so soft? You know what's more awkward? You ever say goodbye to somebody, then both you have to leave and then walk in the same direction? It's like, take care, man. We can't talk, we said goodbye. You still see them on the highway? Stop looking at me, asshole. And that's your go with you? Would you? Yeah. That's cool, man. You know what? Don't talk to your exes. Cut them off. They cause too much drama. I'm still talking to my ex-girlfriend. On her first date with this new guy, she brought him to one of my shows. You can't do that. That's my job. I want to do that to her. I want to go meet a girl, then bring her nowhere and do nothing. It's hard to get over exes today because of social media. It's too tempting. Just want to stalk them online. Come on, that's why we like Facebook. It saves us gas money from driving by their house every day. We all stalk our exes, don't deny it. We all do it. It's usually late at night. You're kind of sad. It was supposed to be my 5th anniversary, even though we broke up in our 1st. You go on your phone, go on their Facebook, find out they're dating anybody new, then you see relationship status. There's a new name, and that hurts you. But you want more hurt in your life. So you click on that name. Zoom up on the fucker's face. You even check the body, this guy's ripped, what a douchebag. Then I added him by mistake, I'm like, oh shit. Now I have to delete my whole Facebook account. Come back as an old Korean woman. It was easy to go over exes back in the day. All you needed was like a slow jam mixtape. You know, I have a nephew who's 7 who downloaded 1,000 songs on his iPad in 1 minute. He was like, was it that fast to download back in your day, Uncle Ron? I'm like, we didn't have downloading back in the day. Downloading music for us back in the day was taking 2 separate tape players, having them face each other. Press play on one, press record on the other one. Make sure nobody in the house made a fucking noise. That would mess up your ride home in that first date, guys. This is my favorite song from Boyz II Men. It's so hard to say goodbye. Ronald, what all these tapes doing in the bathroom? Who was that? That was my dad. That was a Filipino remix. If your CD skips today, you just have to burn a new one. Remember back in the day when your tape skipped, you could hear it skip, like, then you take it out, you see it all unraveled. It's like, what do we do? The one guy in the back of the car is like, don't worry, I've got a pencil. Okay, young guys don't get that joke. She's like, what the fuck's a pencil? Is that the new cell phone, the pencil? It was a crude way of communication using wood, that's what it was. I'm not that old, but before we had delete buttons, remember we had to use liquid paper whiteout. What the hell was that crap? Essentially, I had to take a little paint bucket to school. Cleanse with a tiny brush. If you messed up with your writing, you had to paint over the word. Wait till it dried. And then write over it. It was never dry. Just fucking smudge it again. It's like you jerked off on your term paper. Here you go, man. Whip your dick. It was rude. I was talking to this 20-year-old the other day. He's telling me this. You know, back in the day. I'm like, what? I can't say back in the day for under the age of 30. You know why? Because you're still living in your fucking day. It's like, you know, back in the day, Facebook was so hard to use. Are you kidding me? Back in the day, I took a course in college called the Internet. Which I failed. You know why? I forgot to bring a telephone cord to my internet exam. That was a dial-up joke, if you didn't get that one either. That was 5 years of bullshit. On the computer, someone picks up the phone. Hang up the phone! I'm trying to download porn. It's gonna take me 6 hours. I can't wait till I'm horny. That's what you have to do when you're a guy. We have to wait till we're horny. We have to plan our horniness. We have to press download, then go to work for 8 hours. Come back and it was all ready for you. It's like you made crock pot porno. Now you can watch porn on your cell phone. That's the best shit that ever happened, right? Back in the day, we had to go to the video store. I don't know why I'm pointing you, servant. It looked like you owned a video store. It wasn't a porn store yet. It was just a regular video store, but the porn was in the back of the room. So you had to do that walk of shame, just like... What's two doors? Those, I don't know those 2 doors. What is that? You dress up as somebody else. One time I walked in, I saw my dad. I'm like, holy shit. He's wearing my jacket, I'm wearing his. If you look at any porn site and you click on classics, it's not the classics of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. It's the classics of the 1850s when porn was invented. The black and white footage. Isn't that crazy? Imagine those kids' problems. They had to wait till their parents went to sleep too. Then they had to set up a projector machine. Hire a pianist, just... Use a wooden crank handle? That's impossible, right? Can you get out of the piano, fucking help me out, buddy? Use this. I'll do this. You have to read it too because it was silent film. Oh. Squirt. You have to write squirt because you can't spell that word. What is that? 6 S's and a 4? What the fuck is that? Do you realize we live in a day and age where everybody's a cell phone to the point where you see somebody in a regular payphone, you think, man, that guy's some serious fucking trouble. Just want to roll up next to them. Are you okay? Who robbed you? It's either some serious trouble or they're creating trouble. 20 years ago, if in a cell phone, people thought you were a drug dealer. I was like, oh my God, that guy's a cell phone. He must be a drug dealer. And it's a Motorola flip phone too. He's a serious drug dealer. Now we see someone on a payphone, they're like, fuck, that guy's the drug dealer. We love our phones too much. We're too dependent on our phones to the point where you leave your phone at home, you actually feel physically naked without it. I think to myself, I'd rather be naked and have my phone. Call my friends to bring me pants. The worst is you leave your house with your phone, but you forget your charger. You get the 1 bar of crack left in your phone. As soon as it's gone, you feel homeless right away. Start talking to strangers, got a charger. Got a charger! And an Android and an iPhone charger. My birthday passed, I turned 41. I know I don't look 41. When you're Asian, you could be 3 or 50. It really is. Is that a baby or an old man crawling? Milk! And, I don't feel old. It's the gifts that you get that make you feel old. You know what I got this year? A nose hair trimmer. That's not a gift. That's an insult. Does anybody else have a nose hair trimmer besides me? Round of applause. You got a nose hair trimmer? One honest man. That's it, right? You don't got one? No. You're brown. You should have like 3 and shit. You don't got one? No. You just use your fingers. This guy's like, oh. Single tear. Makes a wish. I wish for no more nose hairs. I used a stupid thing. I shaved everything off to the skin. You can't do that. You need your nose hairs to save you from the outside allergens. When you shave it off, it gets super smell though, I swear to God. What time is it? 4:32. Christmas is my favorite holiday. I can't wait, man. But I never really believed in Santa Claus growing up because I was raised in an apartment and waiting by the heater when the fuck's gonna come out. I was looking at this fat ass with these coils. People leave milk and cookies. I'm Filipino, left guava juice and shrimps. You can't believe in Santa when you're Filipino because your dad's supposed to dress up as Santa. My Santa was fucking brown. Why is Santa wearing my dad's green track pants? And 1 flip-flop. wouldn't want there to be an Asian Santa. Come on, all the gifts are fake. Here's a DVD, no title, just press play. I'm happy that Santa Claus is white. That's a good call. Santa Claus should be white, because any other race coming down your chimney at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. Call the police. Those fat brown guys eating all my food from my fridge. Let's be honest, certain things in life should only be white. I know there's ethnic people who want to be represented in television too, but certain things on TV should only be white. Like the game show Cash Cab, they're going to be hosted by a fucking white guy. Any other race would be too scary for you. Hey, vato, let the doors, ask you a couple of questions. The hit movie Back to the Future could only have a white guy go back in 1955 and return. That was us. Movie would be called Escape to the Future. You gotta be careful what races you put on television, especially with sports. Certain races and certain sports do not mix. Here's an example. Filipinos and Mexicans couldn't be on certain sports. We couldn't be on curling. Not that we would be good at it. These guys are amazing sweepers, but this is racist as shit. They're wearing flip-flops, for God's sakes. Number 42, Rosa, you're the best! Oh, it's like a part-time job, very easy. Here's another example. My favorite food, ultimately, is Southern barbecue food. Not in Canada, but the USA, where they do it the best. Louisiana, Alabama, Texas. Did you know the more southern you go, the barbecue actually tastes better? Did you know the more racist the state, the better the fucking barbecue is? Why? They're better using fire more than anybody else on the fucking planet. Ethnic people were not good at using fire. Historically, ethnic people were good at making food quietly, like stews and rice. Like, shut the fuck up, guys. Europeans are coming from everywhere. Here's some pork, put it under the ground, call it a luau, asshole. And I use the Chinese accent a lot, not in my act, but in real life, to get me out of situations. I'm not Chinese, but the world doesn't know the fucking difference, so who cares? One time I was in a plane stuck between these big guys. Across the aisle, there was one Asian girl by herself, and the stewardess comes to me, she's like, oh, would you like to sit with your wife? First I thought it was racist. Just because we're both Asian doesn't mean I know her. Then I realized how hot she was. It's like, yes, today is our anniversary. I love you, Mei-Ling. Her name was Brenda, but it didn't matter. Because I was on the way to Hawaii. How many people have been to Hawaii before? Round of applause, you've been to Hawaii. Oh, cool. Yeah. What islands did you go to? The Big Island. Yeah, there's Maui, Oahu, and Kauai, and then the Big Island. The Big Island there was no creative input for that fucking... What should we call the last one, Burrow? I don't know. It's the big one, though. I hated Hawaii when I got there. I got off the plane and I'm like, fuck, everybody looks like me. I got ripped off. People are getting all these lays. Where's my lay? No, you help with the luggage. And I ate so much in Hawaii, now I gotta work out and diet to lose weight? I hate dieting. I'd rather get sick and lose weight than diet. Isn't that the best diet in the world? Forget CrossFit, get the flu. I see people jogging around trying to lose weight. I'm shaking hands in a walking clinic. Like, now I lie about my weight. You ever lie about your weight to yourself? We all do that. Go on that scale, wearing 5 pounds of clothes, go to minus that. I didn't take a shit yet, that's 10. And this daylight savings time, that's another 20. I'm gonna eat before I vanish. I work out in the ghetto gym in Scarborough, in Toronto. It's so ghetto, man. Personal trainers go for smoke breaks, I swear to God. You know, your problem is, you have no endurance. It's hard to work out at gyms because women look too good. Here's a problem. Guys, we like breasts for no reason. We're hardwired to like breasts. That's why there's a restaurant called Hooters. We call it Hooters, guys flock the place. That's an easy sell. We should have the same thing for women. Yes! Right? Yes. Women may not be attracted to the same thing men are in a primal state, but we should have a restaurant called Wallets. You know what I'm talking good restaurant, right? Wallets, guys wearing short shorts, 2 big wallets in their back pockets. Touch my good credit, fuck you. Hey, Asian guys, let's go. we're only very two here. I don't think there's too much of us. Kind of feel like those couple onion rings you find in an order of fries. First you're shocked, then you taste it and say, you know what, that was a nice little surprise. I caught this guy making fun of Asian stereotypes, so I beat him with my Hello Kitty baseball bat. But since I'm Filipino, I nursed him back to a full recovery. What's weird about being Filipino? No one knows what you are. Miami, they think I'm Cuban. LA, they thought I was Mexican. I went to the Samoan Islands, they thought it was a newborn baby. Isn't she cute? But we can be any race we want that has the same complexion as us. Next time someone says, go back to your homeland, I'll say, fuck you, I'm native Indian. Get the fuck off my lawn. Wait, you wanna buy some smokes? Okay, smokers know what I'm talking about, right? Good to reserves, they sell cigarettes for cheap. 2,000 cigarettes in a Ziploc bag for $2. But they hurt too, it's like, the fuck's in her glass? Oh my god, my eyes are bleeding. Look at the white man back, one cigarette at a time. I don't know why it sounds Japanese. One cigarette at a time. Why do Japanese people always sound like they get punched in the stomach when they speak? My friend lives in Woodbridge, I'm like, hey, where do you live? He's like, whoa, today. It's not a word, that's a sentence. You ever catch yourself being racist by mistake? You're not racist in your heart, but you meet another culture, you want to connect, you're like, shit, that was racist. And you backtrack, like, fuck, that was more racist. I met this guy named Yoshi, I'm like, Yoshi, where are you from? He's like, Japan. I'm like, real Japan? Okinawa, Japan. I'm like, ninja Japan? Why you say ninja? And he said, sorry, and I bowed. I'm like, what the fuck did I do that for? He's like, why you bow like that? I'm like, that's what you guys do. He's like, no, very casual, like this. Hey, like the opposite of your, what's up? My Pakistani friend couldn't do it. He was like, hello, Yoshi, how are you? Can't do it. Hold my neck. Okay, here we go. I just did 2 racist jokes back to back. That was awesome. Oh, man. You guys are good, man. Oh, look at you guys. I want to look at you now. Okay. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do I look tough in any level? No? Fuck, that sucks. I asked this question last night, and I asked this girl, like, do I look tough in every level? And she's like, no, but you look like you have a lot of tough friends. What, so I'm the loser of the group? Friar Tuck of Robin Hood? That's bullshit. I'm allergic to too many things to actually be tough. I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. Peas, peanuts, chickpeas, soy, lentil, cats. I can't date any girl from Queen Street West anymore. I'm allergic to soy sauce. Fucking Asian. That's our ketchup. And I'm growing my beard, not to be tough, not because it was November either, because I wanted to grow. You know what I had 2 weeks ago? I had the pencil line beard. Remember the day you found out you were out of style? I'm like, oh shit, why nobody tell me? I had the pencil line beard, fucking 10 years past its prime. You know how I found out? I was in a mall and this girl was coming out of La Senza and she was talking to her girlfriends about this creepy guy that was trying to pick her up. She was like, oh my god, this guy was wearing a trench coat, he had an earring, he had a nose ring, he had a V-neck, and he had this weird mustache kind of beard like a pencil, like that guy right there. I'm like, fuck, I don't even know you. It's like, what's wrong with my beard? She's like, it's so 1990s Lebanese R&B. I'm like, what the fuck? Lebanese doesn't do R&B, you're just lying now. I just don't want, by the way, first of all, Filipinos don't really look full Asian. You know why? Because we're not. We're half Asian and half Spanish. Just the government didn't know we were, they just put us in an Asian category. We're actually half Asian and half Spanish. When my parents came to Canada in the 70s, they had to fill out a form for the government to decide what race they were. They had to check mark white, black, Latino, Asian, or Middle Eastern. They would check mark Asian and Latino, have 2 lines drawn on one, and write fucking Filipino. It's true, we're half Asian and half Spanish. See, what happened was, back in the day, in the 1500s, Spain went to Philippines, fucked everybody, and then left us. It's like, where's your dad? On those boats. Where are they going? To the Caribbean. Why? To make Cubans now. my parents taught me English, which is so weird because they had Filipino accents, so I grew up with an accent. You know how messed up that is? I had a Filipino accent growing up, but I wasn't born in the Philippines. I didn't know how to speak Filipino either. I just had an accent. How crazy is that? Teacher's like, so where are you from? Canada! Are you sure? Positive! You can't speak any Filipino? Not at all! This kid's a North Korean spy for sure. I remember the report card read, Ron has a problem. Pronouncing his F and P's. And V's and B's. He pronounces friends as friends. My dad's like, why do you pronounce friends as friends? You have a fucking problem, you know that? That's his accent. Y'all laugh, ask my dad how to get to Toronto. Take the Porowan to the Dan Bani Parkway. I'm glad you guys are laughing. I did those jokes in the Philippines. He stared at me like, why is this guy talking normal? But I'm big for a Filipino too. My dad's not even 5 feet tall. He keeps looking at me like I'm a monster. Look how big you are. Look at my creation! My sperm must have been big like a fish. That's disgusting, right? Here's my mom's egg. No! I just reenacted my birth to you guys. My mom hates that joke. That's disgusting. Change it to C-section. Just walk out. And close the doors. And there's a lot of scattered ethnic people here, because you know what's funny? Ethnic people love fucking fish. We love seafood, tilapia, red snapper. My dad's favorite fish is a fish called milkfish from the Philippines. There's 1 million bones in the fucking fish, and he can't get enough of this shit. This is my dad every Sunday morning eating milkfish. Number 1 fish from the Philippines, milkfish. Number 1! Call the doctor. The cat looks at him like, call 2 doctors. And as the people that are here, we know one thing, right? You guys don't know this. The food that you buy from us, from the mainstream restaurants, is the stuff the government was allowed us to sell. There's some shit you don't know about. We keep that at home. Filipinos have this one dish that's called balot. It's a duck embryo. To make you understand what it is, the first week of any egg, it's a yolk. The 4th week, it's a bird. It's right smack dab in the middle. I don't know why Filipinos eat that. We're just gonna wait for the process to end. Can you pull the plug now? I'm fucking hungry over here. Abort the mission. I saw this shit on Fear Factor. This guy wouldn't eat it for $50,000. My dad was like, that's bullshit! I have 2 in my pocket right now. 50,000, very easy. My dad used to sell the bullets in the 80s back in Toronto, back in Scarborough when we were growing up. Right? When I was 6 years old, I was a prankster. I used to take a cooked bullet, bring it to school, put it under a tree, take the bullet halfway out to make it look like it fell from the tree. And the kids would gather, oh my God, a baby bird just fell from the tree. That's so sad. I'd walk in, that is sad. How much would you pay me to eat it? I made $100 at 6 years old. I was a fucking genius. The principal called my dad, Mr. Josol, your son's eating dead birds falling from the trees. Are you stupid? No, Dad, it was a scam. I made $100 for 1 bullet. I'm gonna take you, bring you to school, and you can do it again. You're a genius. Look at my creation. Oh man, I'm so full. I ate too much. I went to a Japanese buffet, all you can eat. It's the best. $12.95, all you can eat. You tried it, it's good. You know what they do now if you don't finish the sushi? Guess what they do? They charge you per sushi, right? So at the end of the dinner, it becomes a game of hide the sushi in the fucking restaurant. So under the table, I come. girlfriend walks out with a D cup, just one tit, you know. Just one small like a balota. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. I don't really like this shirt. It's weird, so you don't see my love handles. I don't like this chain either. I'm trying to shine your eyes. You can't focus on my stomach too much. It's not about fashion. It's about distraction. Women are the masters of distraction. You guys have makeup. They give you some cheekbones. Guys don't have shit. All we have is facial hair. So I made myself a jawline with it. If I shave it off, it's like Buddha's faces, right? If I shave off my beard, I look like a thumb with a face on it. Just. What's up, guys? Why are you laughing? When women gain weight, guys still love you. You know why? You got that extra curve. Guys love that. Because you could hold on to it. Can't fall off the bed. Gotcha. When you're a skinny girl, you have no curves. You slither around the bed like a snake. You fall off, now you're in the vent. Say hi to Santa. When a woman gains weight, guys still love you. When a guy gains weight, not the same shit. Everybody thinks God's a woman. No way. To me, God's a guy because he made women attractive to men no matter what size you are. He's like, I'm going to make man. I'm going to make woman. Hey, Jesus, come over here. Stop walking by the beach and making footprints. Come over here. It's never going to catch on. Do you like what I made? Oh my God. Oh my dad. They're beautiful. If they overeat, is that a sin? Yeah. That's gluttony. We have to punish them by making them gain weight, make them look unattractive. Start with the women. Give her bigger breasts. Are you serious? Just shut the fuck up. Give her more hips too. And a big ass. Look at that jiggle. I'm gonna call that twerking. What about the guys? Let's make fun of this loser. When he gains weight, make it start in the center of his stomach. Then make it go farther. And farther. And fucking farther. Don't blend it with the waist. Fuck that shit. Make it look like a question mark from the side. And wrap it around his waist. Like a tire? Exactly. What if he gains weight in his chest? Give him women's breasts too. With some pimples and hair, it'd be fucking hilarious. What about his legs? Skinny. How does he ever get laid? Have to create stand-up comedy.